6CD. 6CD. And we are 25 O's. BW39 6CA 731. And we are 13. 6 O's and a bay. BW39 BW39 6C5 DA4. Last but not the least, A5 O's. BW39 6C7 B3A. Yes, T Yawi. Now is your annual 24? And just I did what's more. I bet you are Darama. We are also bet responsibly. I sponsored Tinema bet to a coach no na koswani cha obenya points obe convert all points into cash na we dey check how far sikade there be ameka say nyame na metro dey also do sika sikade do be so dey be atimi dey to convert all points no for iska I bet we exclusively omunkwa na dey I bet we rewards and so say bibia na obi okay wo na ye ko for na bana adrenaline song ye kwama no ne this Wontumi sports buffet live on Wontumi TV digital satellite 101.3 also and I feel live on YouTube Wontumi TV live and on Facebook yamao quick response code QR code our bottom right corner on your screen or camera nature so do be ba a new Facebook page Wontumi TV oba wa daroma ya ba modi an say obe follow amena wa daroma wa share mpredo bia obe say o share obe share nti ya da say mama de ne empremu yako foreign aba
Agwa juma no you yame wohoda se uji dia obeya juma asachre no you yame wohoda se uji dia obeya juma ye bompaye shamachi Israel Yehuwa Elahenu Yehuwa Ekad we ahata et Yehuwa Elohika bika luvika uvika naveshika uvika miyodika tode yasak in English in the name of Jesus amen
salam boy kapo say kapo chairman I feel chairman baba me akwa
yes now me be bibia so
go tama taboku kasa mo say messages and e benyin obi ase hey o chairman ya de pa say what me assemble yes kwa bi ko me nkwa me ho hene papa me
na guess it is okay how guess no me say guess no me say how many boys in this year me say guess it say Wontumi sports no I number 1
chairman
Agwa juma no you yame wohoda se uji
won say na Friday every Friday na just a weekend no enso anyem eno ana just ebie kwama nyame ya no chena ana just na kwosiada so matches awura wasa eno so abaso no nyina no eno so abaso na ena omomudi kan bia no uko Premier League no maboku a ye fa no Leeds United no enso na game abaso e wo fie sa game no we for the Peter Banks ono and report to mensa kan sa won kwakoti eno so match eno abaso e wa apone Leeds eno bobo kwa sa Nottingham Forest team no wo mo yenu so de be share asa match way and some 8 o'clock and a tree and no aye game nyame ya duma eno so abeko so eno wo no wo ko aye Primera Division when you La Liga Santander omo match no enso abaso bobo kwa ye for South Africa for no wo mo so bo adietia o Osasuna way aya match a referee na your friend say yourself Luis Manuel Montero ono ana report amenya no say won some other kwakwa twagram our some match anymore yet and also update nyina no and some match ba Italy Montero so no wo say ba kesansa wo siri a Manchester Europe na no and some other koso na Hellas Verona some our Italy wo some any pizza ababona wa bra Hellas Verona any site your friend say pizza abono or friend say Daniele Dovari ono and some referee and Masamacha and some other koso and a BM Union Berlin Boboku no woman some our bonus league anymore Ayariasa Berlin Ayasaita woman bo Adia Tiabo Bokua your friends Eintracht Frankfurt way and some other match woman the amount Soran Stacks ono and a center referee and a tree just one match no and some other koso and a fe your French league also woko aya friendly champagne woman bo Ayariasa met any team your friends Lee and Sababo 7:45 and a tree and Mamusu game Abaswa referendum aya Guyami Paradis onuna Jamensa Kanasa one some other center referee ama aya Samacha Abaswa yete aya update nyina no and some ama yete for another play and some our shows na no woko aya CAF Champions League woman our game back asama no and some other cause also CAF Champions League yadaswa your ball aya group stages and some ariate na we aya match awuram and some group C aho and I just some match day 5 no woman some double game and no kasai aya MCOJ and some other ball woman Al Hilal Duman no and some other best our Jumedia your fans said day 5 our your fans are aya CAF Champions League anymore your day aya update no and some other bani atana onim say Manchester Barcelona just a big game Saudwa nyamia ma weekend and also ba kosumi no Sharwa Gwamari so mame aya just Liverpool wo mutem no na Liverpool some and Man City our game about match way and some about me actually sanya bia Man City ababa back our near your fans are title race anymore and also be Arsenal and some aya side wo some about me stand wo some lead our top na Liverpool and side your fans are Man City match weekend and also other customer Moussa Van Dijk Obia, one also do command more now and also any day a BM I said your mouth for so yes more to more at the bar a person so more criticize a Liverpool to say one some ball crowder now Sunny man costing no Sanjaba couldn't say Yana more not criticize especially and your reference Jamie Carragher one when your Mohamed Salah on Fanon channel cry I just a woman body be paying one some Adana Pandit no woman just a Tambian Kamia say woman some criticize now Omoka was my one Womoka which you say ya Oko Manchester United almost a post course some woman too short and some other bar woman say be a just a Roy Kinum woman some to be at the money now boys see come any at the Van Dijk crowd here when I do be a post match of kind of cheek out of two and some other man one shot one can say be a captain and a Casasano now on it carrying up from so a chance to say what would you come on Van Dijk Casera and you might have questioning now so much channel to say Yana do baby I said ya omo mabo Bolivia Jai Nana Maritime to fear most of my pandit no Ebia Obeka on Van Dijk and once them one Ebia mentally and I said be psychologically no one on our so into and Canada the opponent can say Ababeka Ebia and a singlet and I said ni in the Bia just and also not just in front of cry but Ebia some of the catch on Van Dijk na one fine no Uncle catch Ebia Florian Veta and the Hana J Aquadanum and to mean to us I'm a bonus one on some Sipanwo and to side criticisms and why you say and why you say and was son and a yes and and a son money more media for more central for ya more part to play or to be Ebia the next generation Ababano woman to me who do a jana more to buy a person so we and some I said of Van Dijk and Fusa yana negatively and also some affected players no be no one no there and kind of cry yenche capito.
I feel like the ex top players have a responsibility to the new generation, in my opinion. So, you know, criticism is absolutely, you know, normal and part of the game, and I think it should stay there. But sometimes criticism go into also being clickbait, you know, saying things to, you know, to provoke things or to, and then without thinking about the repercussion for a mental side of players, and especially the younger generation who are obviously constantly on social media. And you can say, oh yeah, you shouldn't be on social media. That's what I've mentioned loads of times.
Do you say that to the youngsters?
Yeah, 100%. Like, especially, like there's always this thing of like, you know, when you play a good game, you wanna younger players checking, you know, all the positive praises and stuff. And when you have a lesser good game and you're getting bullied all over social media or you're getting bad criticism, it can really affect you. And I see that with certain players in the past and obviously currently as well, because it's just not easy. We can all say like, listen, yeah, you should just deal with it, but I think it's gonna get worse and worse because the platforms nowadays, the how it goes, the clickbait, the headlines, everyone is just on it constantly. I feel like the ex top players.
Yes, I know I Kakra captain, I found Virgil van Dijk, and I'll tell you dinner excepts, Emma, your chill for Enano Peno, and some our show no sooner. The manager found us and a slot. When him say one manager found us a slot, and so press conference, you know, yeah, the more now by winner time, I'm on the tie and Jumedi and found us Wontumi sports buffet, and one of Passia, and I just and some slot, tell about two canning, you know, made the more now by now, on him say, I'm back good, I know, I had and now from a release, yes, I just a press conference and ya dinner. I'm back good. Yes, manager fantasy slot and some other quarter. Say, I feel Premier League in Ukraine. I'm yelling here. Sir, Obi catch on say, Mu about DC and Kwan in Ukraine. I get Premier League. We are no born in last season. Yani Huam, no after Oko. Yani, now we attempt 3 points. Anyano, or Liverpool draw. Last minute. Not just somebody amount. Pew, now a fat no call. What's your feeling? The massive why you're a bentao. I feel like a more than papa. Now, Robert one can you say, Sanka, saying what him Sankabia League Nibaya, and Kanyan Wama one also died. Now, Robert one can you say, I feel the massive change. And so I watch as a league anymore. And I said, your manager, no, one on some other than some area to our brand. One Jatum say Premier League no bra and wash papa. I just a coach on Numuntia, would you? The following season, what about target? And I know your Kakra Americano, one on some other than some Africa. Now, how many Bobo fans are Man City and a ball? One is a Man City for some problem back and some other say, one pass a fee, referees, no, one shall I fair any day. Now, you're so cancer coach, you found a pub Gadrola, Ababa, now you change my manager and some other Batuka. Now, I bread that's our came, I cancer pub, Ababana, one on some other press conference, Ababa to Canning, one of them said, Jamina, some Man City for no, a new question can be on day, a home dao. One of them all cutting Bakua, one on some message a glorious opportunity. Sabia Casabia, Diano chance, no, and some are begging chances. We must say chances more as of now. No report coming on, sir. I about 28 missed chances, and so far, Man City for no, we must some Arakote, Tinkabia, Gambia, Tim say, Mudawe, na City for Boya Seno, City, I shall go, Santi, and no, Sankabia, and common points, no, and some more than the so far. We must some at me a choke here. Your day, yes, update, and some catch on, sir. Many Jeffers are tighter when you're Julian Timber, when you're Martin Odegaard, and when you're Bukayo Saka. Woman training, na report, I mean, manager of Fusa at Jabakua, one should be the Arsenal, Omuna, and some other prano. Now, some match and more ding, Nabianka Bukayo Saka, but me a conjure, Ebia magic Bakum, you know, not just say, at Casa at the go, and some other. Now, so, Nadia, ya Obiara Caso, Arsenal, more as a squad in depth, and ya dead just away me wait to me, but I no credit, but some efficiency, I be a Bukayo Saka, and the Mamano, and you know, and anonymous Bra Penny, and some Adabama, Serbia Martin, or the guy betting I assist any Ateno, and yet you said your player, your fan some. So Tobimente no and some abetiani Argentina no and some Ayadria one more chance and Quadano one more some Abaro Cavanunti Yacha coach Alfonso Tata so no Ababa and one training session report I mean one more Kwaman Quadanibi and some adjoining training our sober reality and no and some Ayakakra and no free Ayataganas Amaswaya and some Banana Pentia and coach no na Tottenham Hotspur Yamian Watchina early kickoff and some Old Trafford no and your Manchester United club your fans at Tottenham I'm on about lunch time way and your 12:30 and a side game no Barcelona Metiso be say Massa early kickoff and I'm so born a man for bonuses and the Alabama be BNY your fan early kickoff our man you one some officials no so na also medical to just say manager no crafts over French man no now monitor a young man omo games e drum anymore wo bo Manchester derby e the team Man City wo bo game against aye rivals Arsenal wo bo against aye Bobokua your fans say Fulham omo some train no bo aye Tottenham Hotspur na Spurs match no crown no mutiri pass aye game am say aye difficult at the chain other 3 games and so far wo mo from hina no wo mo some abona report I mean say Tottenham for no omo twensem kwadane bi and some abaro Covenafe woman some adoma ba ayesa match anymore because report I mean say Mickey Van de Ven and Cristiano Ronaldo woman you know and some are available at Massa Gamer Nyamia Motinam almost Kakabo na just Van de Ven and captain and some other cover just pains and so I get a closer and no according to coach your fan Thomas Frank or so Burnham when your problem on 9-2 Nurse and a calf now or complain and some or Tia Kaka so no and some get you closer and I could now would do a Man City some I found Dominic Solanke one of some be a Geminians one of some training now be a chance for a very okay uncle no when your problem our ama German can Solanke and some be a side game way one and some other to me up now our Spurs Iron Satchel Kakra and some our Champions League one some squad in also baby ya Junom at the next stage you have a court run of 16 one more playoff ababana one more Wontumi be from now to be a shame report coming on now open say Spurs among Kodam you know Omapra Bakum Aya Ben Davies Wapra woman in at the free Champions League you know the next Aya face squad dynamo Rodrigo Bentancourt what are some Amay boy anything and some other free squad dynamo and Obakaya you baba start a group first among register player you found a Matthews tell and I one registration Akafa Akwadano Oma register no and I Radu Dragozin one and some be a Geminian so no one register Akwadano Ewa Pende and some Kakafi Omaswaya and some other banana player you're empty no and some Amayetofana Manchester for no when Sadeba Quay say na NTC our man a day off say my Bobo so be show so we show yes yama day off o fan away one of us much say and Eric Ten Hag not day off and should anya common and Ruben Amorim and so no not day off and should anya common also aya common with omo La Liga and Premier League mo be aya but and you be na what also ataye na Jamaica can say carry kabaye yes on my day off am a sad day off no am say some bo game here na ebia the next day on my plus no some arrested Sarabia Benya time Ediama wife and Quadano and some Fiana Sebia so Gigamingo be with surely be and Sebia will squeeze every night just off here and some now when your time some Adiama Sani Panuna yes a boys me Junior Basweno and you're strange at the moment since 9 ano manyan say woman ya chepa na manager no kwade me say kan so player ba kwa say yesem wa appreciate aya interim manager ye follow Michael Carrick here pa no and some aya Casemiro na Casemiro no on say o de abatu kasa ye season ya okọ but no Ukrainian me say Casemiro nim say say anananka bi under Carrick no Manchester Bay Emson Kawanyana dwen say bi obekọ ayesese bra yesu nuania sobo no mo bonani agye ama cheso mo ben no ensom nkoma wo mu diri nyina say ya na aye pass bi atam aye bon abaso ana wo ya de sa time no ana wo say bi a wo jepene say bi o wo film ama nkodare bi ensom aba otiase but adwuma na Michael Carrick ni nyina no yeso diri pass afei ana o setting kasa oyobi a obobo nezam say na no ya ne na Casemiro onyi ntum so ye footballer o am say bia wo twis skate bi na abroso no be she JC o yesem under Carrick no woni ya titum ye pass afei na no ball no esebe bi on si coach no from kra enunti ana menei obonso nua som aye different ekuno ho ensom na Manchester club no na Carrick aka chen kwara ne say we afei ya chance aye start wa we player be wa dwen say ya she Manchester City ya she Arsenal ya she Fulham ntinu ano ya ba ya wie ana Man U aba back ana Man United is back ana Man U is the best club in Masa munya botre we no aya chance because ono wa open club no wa bopen and afagi onum say enioma ensom asu ya adwumantina eni kwasa complacency ensom awam krametis aya wonu na manager no som adiama ne nkwada no wa brana no pay no ya de update na de aka ni nyina no ensom adebana Chelsea coach na ya fan Liam Rosinha wonum say wakokodin komona London Edmonton so no amso no mtasa aja obrafi watia na kasasa na coach no say they want to just adia omasua from Arsenal first and second leg our Carabao Cup no mo and some other say and when we say the Arsenal on when we team obi as omo no the strongest woman omo form omo no nimbo when we favorite Adama Premier League favorite Adama Champions League a favorite Adama Carabao ebiem FA Cup and so account but for the Chelsea mo boy I was Stamford Bridge NHS Emirates Stadium and some no compare Arsenal what do you ever say Chelsea near to Chelsea ben who kasa bibi kakra bi o and support omo and some Arsenal what we Chelsea fan obaso oka and some waso and so at say I know baby obaso the Chelsea ekotru e baby Arsenal edano we be say beduru baby na Chelsea and a decline and some our Premier League table no so na mo fight for titles and yet what kind of supporters not budget so jo afeni nya coach Wontumi kasa nya Maraska busa no de wada na announce eh nipa nkai na anu ya Maraska yi ante trophy center sa adiama omosi afei anu manya coach wonom aba work the talk no sa kasa no onkan keke okawia also ma adwuma no so daddy our president so na omogene tipa ama sankomo no nyina no so akoso na mum ahade ayi de we are proud to omoni wolves agama nyame ya no motena Chelsea elkwa we anu mubusa coach no say na anya bia no baye this awadi progress ben anu wo what your progress amani jana ho nyina no yintias Liam Rosinha and some other man central for
well they put in some very positive the biggest thing for me as the manager now with this group, I want to see a consistency in our levels of performance, of engagement, of intensity in every game that we play. So for me, that is something I've spoken to the group about. The next game is the most important game, and Wolves is another huge game for our season. We prepare in exactly the same way we prepare for any game that we play. I've watched Rob's team recently. They actually put in a very good performance against Bournemouth. We were unfortunate not to get anything out of the game. I thought they played very, very well. They put in some very positive performances in their last few games. But the biggest thing for me as the manager now with this group, I want to see a consistency in our levels of performance, of engagement, of intensity in every game that we play. So for me, that is something I've spoken to the group about. The next game is the most important game, and Wolves is another huge game for our season. We prepare in exactly the same way we prepare for any game that we play. I've watched
once a Chelsea honest Chumadi dear fans blue coat say Strasbourg Strasbourg wa akwada bi ye fa no Valentin Barco na Barco onye Argentina ni akwada ono so bot se tan ni bi asa ko pama mu wo na bia na wo be ne nam Brighton kwana no ya na Brighton for the German ko eno onye against ayemuna kona on so many jano so ya akwada na ya juma of France na se de omu si frɛ ayemamadu sa ema sa baya wonom ababe trom se wo ba be ginem adiama Chelsea no mete se yese manager Liam Rosini so aka tro no perform say Argentina ni akwada na fa no say Valentin Barco I was say bi aso no wo mo de boy de bro no ansom our Chelsea man say mo say akwada ni dia gro brutal no mo say afi onko aye French league ni mo ye can player wa bot true pass kasepa akwada ni number 31 true balls and I'm say Vitinha I will be agitumi e pass on so aye just a master player I will medal no so the number say 12 for baby na just akwada no de no ensom I was so panchana jaminya no nyina say nyame yare masama e bia no perform no wo mo som atie aye coach no so fa na wo mo som ade akwada na ba eno aye defi o maso aye teba na obakaya I will bamunchin aso aye mame omo player from sa Leon Goretzka na Leon Goretzka e obi e beto class Arsenal no mo pare kwa de edi ka be kandada ema chesa transfer market table close ya kra no wo mo sam pushi ema basa Burnham a rejected report on second say nyese bia Arsenal no ano mpeso bebo na mo yese Goretzka ka trom so no obi a on time movie mid season se bia season ya drum fifi wo se me kwada bi na se bia si Fatima aye ba mo nchi ade ntira so preko wo ba so ne ba mo nchi every season mo wi a ansa no no atake decision so be free buy no ba Arsenal ana se bia obetimi ato so no mpanfo no ensom akoso ya adwuma eno aye se bia akwada no ensom asi explaining nioma ya day update bana ya twen se omu coach I find so company ensom ababa because ba mo nchi fo no na no am so omu kwati amanfo nso no mu ko bot just a draw bi ma e ha dwempa enti ya twen se the coach le baba na afi young players omu ya available omu a wo mu nya available ni adena afi young se the adeno som abesi akwana na me no kasai ye ko La Liga na Shadrack bo mo ni enso bo ma me aye Vitinha eno ye 1 no me Pedri anu som aye 2 na Madrid for Vitinha the emza mabeka kire wa mabra from last season ebani nyina krano na Real Madrid for so munya Vitinha omo pabat ye don sorry na no player onim komodia enom akoso na enkomono akoso nyina no sa yese Florentino Perez say wonom onene ntwemanso na woni nyeda e wo so jaw heart attack onim heart attack e ba cardiac akoma yare kese pa woto wana yema show wo wana yema show na wo ba kire wala porter bosumi aye duama bro no on ade na ese no so nyame yarma next season no asa eno ye 2026 2027 na obekwa odi akwara we baba the other sui eye Vitinha say Paris Saint-Germain for this I and then Roberto Mbappe etidien agenti only for next season no wo mo so mo per midfielder Madrid okitadia woje enti kwambia so no wo mo ba Vitinha every Paris Saint-Germain amonsam wo mo wi ano for next season the following season I would need the ekewa aye the next 2 seasons chese no aye the year 2027 2028 no Barcelona mumpo mopa munni chasenchere boto wonom obefa Pedri edna ba Madrid no na yetene mpeni sara no na de omunya bi da ene Pedri na worafi Luis Figo ekwan wo gina so that time ofanum omufai na eye Pedri na ade bia wo so no chese Florentino Perez eye bia so dwabom eri akwada we ba Madrid wonom ere Pedri ebeba Real Madrid omutem no mo etemo fansha mo sapomu so sa we ensom revelation eba wodu Spain afei no mo twesu ntonto next season eye player ye fano Vitinha next 2 ensom eye player ye fano Pedri ano eye operation midfield ana so far no report amenya say Real Madrid empon for no wo mo som abeso mo ya ye dey update tane dia kan nyina no ensom not eba me no kasai wo mo training session ashas ye ensom our vatebe bas nyame ya duma wo mo bo aye Valencia weekend na match eba so report amenya kan say Also, boys will be enya recover. Report to me say Valverde baba middle na chese. Say me bekas Arnold and what no no. Chese Valverde eba middle dia. Na me chese Arnold ayo bi asa game no. Wanu som na benya bi abo. Now Vinicius also you be answer where you suspended into the place no. One more physical condition. Our family manager na say chese sport where yeah. A physical trainer. We be so use the whole of this week. And kosi ebia next week no. Na just a branch of a Vini. I will discover the physical state. Said a baby ababu amanioma and some Akotamadiama club no and non I one ebiono yenim Serbia Madrid about your summer and your Danny Cavaya. I extended a contract and as I say and no some Abasako because as of now no yentation from free Amasua Serbia. One more Cavaya stay and I Serbia and Panifono and some Abajano Quine. Now Madrid Edia almost one more can say Danny Cavaya no what is institution Newport Sano and you and also decided mano Domo Canin Ansa Dion Ebaya Mutual say Cavaya Epaswatana Madrid any asamka Cavaya Ebaswo Qua and also Madrid Ebashrano now Omajano Craft so and no Aya Real Madrid and Panifono Wamosum Abaswama Yadmo Captaina Yadena update and the Akano and some Adiwe Eshasia Wabakasa Gro Ukasa England Wamu coach Gary Southgate Ebakasa Madrid aboina your friend Jude Bellingham say no number 10 paddy and yanko prefer Morgan Rogers and yade ama chesa kola public na kola wanyabi and later San friend man bina women so no drapa na manager na be so chesa yes say omo caution Akoma Jude say born our born and insanity yemfan commande starting birth our team mo udi Jude Bellingham esiwo na Morgan Rogers our Aston Villa susuwo na show be amadu mo bono bisa won say wo ana we coach and so ama England na bia World Cup start and ya kese ya we ana be ball 10 was national team mo na we ka chance so one pajama do bono mu dia one fan share team say World Cup no kra wo ban no and some other start here I am to free almost way and some banana peno I was shown so drew Barcelona report to me say can so I have found say one Gaspar Yausano play one some anam come alcohol court na Sergio Cabana moment a former president at Barcelona anyway na Hanan Central back opening BBF final so the letter Bekasa na Han on court and on Nina no I Negrera on some case na Barca from maybe na mutua skaraman referees na match report ebasana etimi influence game any ate enti former president any one Gaspar ono enam kwamu som court and ano player one kwa kwagino na fe yabusano bakum yenum yensa bi nyina no ensom update eba na ye kasai one porter wojina nchen nyame yarma Monday and officially wo the announcement eba say La Porta and your president because yababa tuaba and them or fan say Rafa Jaste one and your president Emma Barcelona one vice president Josep Kubera one some Kubels Josep Kubels and your vice and our treasurer and some Alphonse Castro one means and a sofa almost here and Barcelona affairs because you say yababa tuaba you crowd which we can say be a La Porta no and some your former president Emma Barcelona because nyame yarmo official Monday womo som adi announcement abeba so cho sere be a onko influence bibiana yebeto abani di amanioma nyina no ensom akokama pa na Hansi Flick ayobia na niche dinti ameka samari na gene say Waba no onse komo ba ko di kan ane deko edi ene sara squad na coaches ni bi ba mo se na nya ana gisi etowei ene wasi etowei ene oso no Emma boys we aye champion ampa Hansi Flick bae wo boys no aye champion na Barca wano kra no say you so obi a onkyere ne ho onse Antonio Conte mo no wo kofo ba no ka cho so me paso mesi ana obenten no anya ma echese league no Wontumi nje ye Babasa coach we dey the aso no watch na drink keke o ye nya ready by and kababua ye nya no kramode dem fu nsam be bia no o wudi ni pa ba metimi abrana ya polish ye no bi kakani anya omo makai omo so mani je coach we ho pa and ntina omo be some manager no asum stay for a longer period and manager no feel say Juan Garcia Pau Kubarsi, Alejandro Balde, Pedri, Frankie de Jong, Lamine Jamal, Rafinha, woman non-negotiable players, Yanton, and Fonu Sikawadeba, Barca Anton, Anna Gerard Martin, and Rooney Baruji, Omo Yankodabia, Yabekanas Omo, and a surprise a your coach in the power, because we'll be any Madamba Gerard Martin elbow, will be any Majuma Lamine Jamal anywhere, Rooney Baruji, and some Ayantina, many Janani J. Ewa Brajumariano, one of some other sort to also Adama Club now, yet the update to Nano, and some Amaya Tefanana, one more transfer betting our cover, one more transfer Enchebia Rafinha, Ababa Enchebia so Pedri, and some Ababa Empo, one more saying Amaya Duma, 22nd of this month, Omugema, one more some Anibabo Crafansa, Levante, Ababono, I was saying about the Natchez and Kurami, and some other cover Basarabea, Abama Omoso Motompono, and also some Apeja Ayaka Frimo, and some Adaba Shodwak, Mamma Bonta Vanessa, Fashion Sakala, na Zambia Niako Day, or your real born ball, Yakai, and some Adama Alfire, na Alfire, no Womucha, Najma, Academiansa, what shall go, Yosuakoya, Sue, not Chasano, and Ronaldo, a celebration. Nah, we're saying a man of the match award. Anna Omubusa Zambia ni akwada fansa Fashion Sakala. Say Ebanse now hit Ronaldo celebration also. One krom nyina no time na Ronaldo Madrid no muta otasho Ronaldo pao. Ehwese Ronaldo sichi, Ronaldo si bon ball goals any ade. Into Ronaldo obi opana sampana enwo so no. Nese Ronaldo birthday to another say we should go enko dia. We be Ronaldo celebration afa. We dedicate to go no Yamasi Ronaldo, Nebium Ampa, was she going to know what to me hit and Ronaldo celebration. Nebium no Sanka was show Ronaldo and Wakra, the man of the match award our Giano, and quarterback Ronaldo's own some unfa. Archers and non to the stenter. I could also yada a yasiwo, Yentia a fashion Sakala. After the game and Sima Kodano, what on some other two Java Bene, what do come out Adia Fano Archers and Nini and Sama, and on some Sakala, as well. At the Eba.
Like Cristiano.
Yeah, Cristiano for me is my God. He's my idol, my God. I love him so much. He has inspired me a lot. I remember back then in the days when I used to watch his videos a lot when he was playing for Real Madrid. I used to spend a lot of time to watch how he dribbles and score goals. He's a very big inspiration for me. He has helped me a lot to be here where I am today. And today it's his birthday. So I kept on thinking about it, that if I get a goal, I would definitely dedicate to him. And I celebrated like him, got the man of the match. If I can meet him today, I'll give him this one.
Na chasano aye to the center so be ya done be anipano and some aposman some panko na nipai e kadia fa Ronaldo na onim so coach na ye fa no Diego Simeone enu amasa debola Lukman nom ni ade ukosha Real Betis makuma enum awo Betis afie awon nyam kwara ground so na coach ni obi abana so na omo muta criticize ai ana oba ya che ana o masoso no so ana dabia ye maniskama no de to ekowiase no atoso miensa omu anu agi league ba ku oba ye nyina be sense bad de no uni agi league mielu pa a chese dabia o kasasa jamafo come adwenche se be mu kraso yem pam no na omu kobusa ne opposite number ye fono Manuel Pellegrini ana Pellegrini say coach will be intimi mfano sanka no nampo obi any right so was a question aye Diego Simeone na obetimi atwere Atletico Madrid wo mo bakwasem obetimi atwere wo mo history aba bra ka se manager we enso nya hwe na hwe bia manager no apega club no ba ya hefa no na Atletico wo hefa no de Atletico Madrid boboko no enso aba baduru ana enioma pioma ye nyina no ye coach we enso adorment mo ye ne yempam no wo be intimi question aye coach I fan Simeone ano aye kwaya coach na ye fan Pellegrini faso a wo different day aye coach I fan say aye Simeone amana no pe no ye the update ba report amenya no say komase bia Sergio Ramos ano enya club bia modia enya Ramos ebetimi retire because Sevilla no be so boss ndi kan be tu dwana but and we also consider aye retirement just no and some ebetimi abam Athletic Bilbao Yaba Studios no almost training session eba sha no kasai aye Danny Vivian wonom aba training and Alex Barrow Tarinke waro som abatron mete sa Nico Williams said ye medical and update amasa akwara no so no won kwaya Sergio na oya half fit akwara na waro body amabe bounty akwara no na yeso oya ne aka say normal training a chese no ensom oya dwumadi ekoso a ye den update aba eya from a team no report aminya no say woman Francesco Totti ekasa ansom na akwariam so ma kam omo ya wie mete say Totti ebetimi aba ba bibi etesa technical director ejama Roma team no wobaka omo say a similar role I said the time na Frederick Massara no aya jumama a similar no also na Paolo Maldini jumadi anu odia no na Zlatan Ibrahimovic mu yam say yesem obutire ba sawo ni bi te say bia technical director bi ana Francesco Totti ono som ebetimi aba ba ya yede ay update ni nyina no ensom ama yete for anu adwufe wo mu kwaje 3-0 na Luciano Spalletti si inswodia boa no ajatu say bo pa na nenyo na say Atalanta team no na womo aye better any change jufi eduru ba bi kwa basa na se ahom yensa chance no kwa ba no akrati bi wontumi nkwati chance mponto no ensom ade abasobo ma aboboku a ye faro say Atalanta so mo deserve say womo som go through okay say a similar agile player ye faro say Samuel Chukwueze ensom ade ma full am so kobo loan na option to buy ensom asan wom na bona Chukwueze so ba obon ayanisa ye similar for no bomb say yebe we season just full of majatum sa akwada no wo som abeto sa so mtitum say wo so beto anya about 30 million euros eno ay amount our several scenarios almost setimika enti no mo hwere mu ay ba kopɛ sa kwambia so akwada no wo som betimi atona fe wo anya chance ababe ginam awa bra no nyina no nsɛm no yede ema yete for ene anopai ensom awo hwo no so ye bra na so ye fancy na bedwa from na fe ye nto aso na ay Friday this ay Wontumi Sports Buffet. Sunlight Juma live on Facebook Wontumi TV and Afemeka say live on YouTube Wontumi TV live and so and no say BBI find here
yeah BBI come up
okay
na Mike
on was it
Mike ni dem
aye
said dem dey no one so o stories no dey medical starting and after say watch it for my so watch your mama enti no Diego Simeone criticism sa Pellegrini didn't know what to be said. Wow, Casafa Simeone who be no, so you're very careful. Your wife says, no, you be on wow, Cassette, and I do school as so more sacra, Munyesi, being a Pellegrini person catcher man for no place. Diego Simeone as a manager, dear, oh, kind of want someone now what to Boasiaka because we coach a club for many years. Last time we had here discussed, say he's been there for a very long time. What changing him a brain, a conference of football. Wasisa sanyema bebre ka say a coach be aba around town o feeling the presence so obi aba ha say ya you feel say Alex Ferguson by Manchester United wabako wan koto no hokra na you know o kwai be ka kiro say opani bia aba na friend Alex Ferguson na ya wo ka say coaches ni nyina na ba ho ba bi kwa o kwa wachi asa ka say obi aba ha ko adwuma no kra wo ye no enyo bia ne fra adwuma no aye body di ka say ni pass masi aba ha say ko Simeone di na adwuma bia ba ye wo Alex Commando duya no ya o ye new coach aba obetini di so aba ha say ko but dan say no ya na ye central for analyst for ye fa akatua coach na gia ni ahwe mprempren laurels and as achievement or deba they will just support and finance said every day we didn't scatter so do any kwasem ni scatter say na de enko an na wo ye de ade no waje Simeone adwuma na wo ye no kasa wo kwachira ya wo ye adwuma pa but
to me
found your Juma why you say a man for a compare budget our the markets. Maka salary na wiyo budget no yesika de man se fako John Brano.
Yes.
Na so man for ni wo ho so mu gya ni sika sem no kan man for ni wo say no apart from the salary na wogye no recruitment awaye no untimi fanya bibia biem mine no am say we yenya no kwan won koye na nase but you know kanfo no they've gotten another striker for him right now yedi nkomo no untimi discuss top number 9 for Omo Ademola Lookman
for African based.
But in common Chimajiri Kwechiri Kakra. In the history of Atletico Madrid, ye can't number 9 for Matitia. Eye bebre or Matite center forward ahodro every different generation be met me up in point B. And culturally, number 9 for us squad function from Jimmy Hasselbank. Time no Banyina, Fernando Torres, David Villa, Mandzukic, Luis Suarez, Diego Forlan. I'm for cry if is Forlan pitch now J no. But the Atletico Madrid na GO. They've gotten strikers after strikers. And then you Griezmann. Morata mo de encanto mon kan Alex Solomo anfa. But getting Alvarez no, we say no. Even though more number 9 for be their history. Fakao mo nyina ji wo mo. But Alvarez here artistically star na manager no body nti on fit ho.
Okay.
But the fear number 9 for fear Alabama ball. The amiable boy there, you really agree with me. But Alvarez ko ho na no. You say no. On deserve ho so be ko. Na Ademola so e. Na Simeone ye one manager bia na 4-4-2 na wo bo no. Obo 4 central midfielders nkoa. Okay, the days no started with Raul Garcia, Thomas Partey, Koke. Not the Gabimo. Always. Or model Alex Ferguson coach because appear 4-4-2, the standard 4-4-2. Nenye binuabo. America 4-2. A true the day you baby jet and Jordan on top. 2 central no ye Momo, Antonianan or Sule Essien. And yes, I no obo. We dey about 4 months central midfielders 4. Nan chemi for me no wa refer tomorrow so no etiana enkodane the diamond no but a 4-4-2-4-5-1 because when you defensive minded but your 4-4-2 diamond and Ancelotti dey be are converted to 4-3-3 Simeone dey nye bia no I'm share the lineup no but the Griezmann the partner Ademola Lookman in the final third Griezmann dey say aye Yohane a obokwa ne dey ato dey ama who the American enche bia I am sure so Alemania convince Alvarez say no stay remember Barca for entire so remember obi atwetwe aso na menjane nko we have a very good project here for you so getting in Ademola Lookman and I say Obo Alvarez not bench they watched him
Osina Alvarez I say when you bad night no say a bad morning no person but only decide they say Nicolas man started. It was a good day. Whatever be the case, they won. Yeah. And won handsomely. So, my direction say, Atletico Madrid, they've already started a 4-4-2. And they said, yeah, Pep Guardiola started 4-1-4-1. Not 4, no, Jahala na Chino, or chance what the Semenya Beshahono. And you know, the same thing, Susuna, Sisi Esino. Ademola Lookman, Alvarez, 4-4-2. Maybe, just maybe, it's another new dawn for Diego Simeone. I am telling you. Our Guillermo Simeone the Bano Pablo Barrios or Osawo Thiago Amada Leon Medford Argentina you know Osawo no or Alex Baena Villarreal Kofani by Ose squad no turning into a more technical squad. So Madrid say Ademola Lookman he's in the right place. He's with a very, very good manager. Mentally, he's so tough. But we are building player and look, Manamuno, I feel we're doing the prime. I feel we're doing the prime. It's just going to be another good move for Atletico Madrid and Diego Simeone. How I'm going to trust in the man. I'm going to be, you know, when I hear but science are about that's what I ain't and once in be out it's another new dawn for Atletico Madrid. Let's see the partnership. Lookman and Alvarez beat me a building. Endrick beat me the first summer signing, literally for Madrid. Me person busa was back come how about be start here now. I saw on start or go back to bench will be. big question.
And big question. But come on, you didn't fee.
But one of them, Obetia start to Madrid. Maybe the coach and say, I am manager on selection.
Player be about independent coach. Mbappe bano, independent coach be happening. Player be about Madrid and independent whoever is there. We are talking about Madrid and whoever is there. Mbappe bano we all knew. So me busa say Endrick for form Leon all best starting and are back to the bench. Because there is an existing problem over the CA. Endrick on Drew Brother started their Madrid. Oh, I mean, Endrick, wait till I start my Arsenal. Wait till I start my PG. Endrick, wait till I can start my buying. What to make a person start my Bassa or Liverpool?
As a 9.
As a 9. None of these clubs. And why ready? And then 9, I said 9, some may born 9, I'm a Bassa, me born 9. The expectation of the people. Consistency. All of these clubs reach Chelsea title. Madrid at the end of the year, wouldn't say crab at that. But Madrid are not in a prime position, and no one would win start to hold. Yeah, but what I'm say? It is a bar, the team never started or sabe fight it for a starting spot. My little opinion say, Obasa CAD is a starting ahead of Rodrigo. Obasa CA,
okay,
it's a starting ahead of Rodrigo. Now Rodrigo, do you know? Or when I was starting to Mudi Mastantuano Comuno. The partnership between Mbappe, Rodrigo, and Vinicius, no, Madrid for now Bonacacra and Ancelotti, no Bonacacra. But Alonso wasn't so convinced with Rodrigo right winger or occupy now. So he was looking for somebody more trickery, more daring in one-on-one situations, but to provide the chances, you know, and I'll call for Mastantuano. Almost started the Mastantuano coming in June 2025. Deal no falling in August 2025 now. Now Rodrigo to into Kwanko baby. No, that's so horrible. But they know, say right now, no, it's not the Rodrigo they know. But the team has to move forward. But the CA come on the GSM, the Mastantuano yi Rodrigo free ho dia. Endrick Bar, me born a right wing on my jar, Mastantuano. Because our eye for goal, he engages the box. Mastantuano really occupies the the right channel. But Endrick loves to go around the box. On pench Endrick is like Adriano. Okay. Box eventually. So back
because can't box no masem.
You have the right question, but answer ni me hopani. Oba box no masem na de beba. Baby no jina no obobo no. Oboshe Leon de no. E ho an Mbappe so etete. If it happens like 1, 2, 3, asana pai. Enti wo busa masempa. Endrick mimenya Madrid no. They should solve a certain problem asana Endrick about right now. There are 3 positive problems at Madrid right now.
Positive
problems.
Okay.
Means Vinicius benya na team no ebo favor no. Jude benya na method no esini na so. Okay, Shadrack Mame at Dortmund. Jude ebo no protection and owo system and get the best out of him. I am managing a Bundesliga player of the season. No, the buy, you know. I want to talk about that system. There are certain players be on more. No matter what you do, I'm more born as a supporter that. This will be ball Emano. Where you 4-2-3-1. Now friend no Jude ne ball as a 10. Yo. Sorry, Mr. Soundward Bakoha. Jude ne ball as a second striker. Me 10 free home.
Okay. So shadow striker.
More. He focuses on more on getting the goals. But nye Ozil, some bought 10 diama obi, and no Jude dahano. He had that freedom to go into the box. And one didn't move by Madrid the first season. 4-2-3-1. Look at the protection.
On the first season or Bogus.
You're so right. Every channel Generchi and as a vessel. 2 players we say no. Or Banachia Baba Yede. He doesn't need to. Because protection with the now encore the subsequent one. So we are looking about somebody even here drifting out wide, you know. One arrow no ya the atototo so no. We know a cabe 15, 20, 30 minutes or dressing room sir. Say na ya the chip yes no. Especially for myself, Coach Bemami Ro, Yakache Guerrero say Jude beko inside and now obefa line so into on underlap show TV no so once Guerrero na left back no Aaron na di na me frɛ Aaron underlap che so didi na so didi Jude wachi na de kyerɛ say Jude Aaron ye two Aaron no kyerɛ say obetumi akɔ inside obetumi akɔ line so na okɔ line so a ohwɛ Emre Can so Aaron ye two kyerɛ say obet drop it
be chiri
mo aba be ye Jude adwuma na nkɔ be ye line so de ama Guerrero we for the system protection so no Jude nim say nipa two na won achi o
yes ahane de ebia Dortmund early Dubai 2-3 ye be pon akabe 15-10 minutes maybe a Rose no be change I say yes sir.
That is the point. Wherever you see Jude no the person say defensive duty and kasa no you're lesson about 15 to 20%. You don't need Jude to go for that ball for you. Jude no there be a boni papa could din say why Frank Lampard profile-esque. The Lampard profile no the ball no and then Jude do. How many times Lampard bully be say man jebom you am the Mike Ojeko the make no patriotic say enye sa na wodwene enye sa na hu game no enti da bia we coach ya yes I respect how no dwene no what me systemize no to get the best out of him. Madrid dey solve our problem no. Mbappe go and ask Didier Deschamps at 17-18 no systemize France national team in the Mbappe na so. So at this point, conversation is very tough. All of them, the team, my bosses, Jude, Vinicius, Mbappe. Now Brazil ni na ye kind of one seminar. What you who see we na? If you know a Brazilian forward, yeah, sporting say Koiro Kwati anim. Or no, what you who this will be a.
So watch Champions League news too. When Benzema so na ye one after Ronaldo. So be say, oh my, krana me ye. Too soon China.
They really need to solve a tactical problem. Imbalance be was squad in status imbalance be they need to solve that. And Sana Hendrick beside in the trouble na ba because Hendrick bano ko bench ya you are adding the field no problem too. Na camera ko capture Hendrick. Na starting Leon komo no.
I will call Leon no.
About disrupting Madrid. So Hendrick never get to back to the bench or about starting. Where you have a question exclusively o catch them say ani atifu nyina Ramos enya no free Sevilla hono no or contemplate so bit me a retire stories aye nyina we ne ma mere hoye o question na busa question of the day say why na be deleted on am for kwase o ko busa 100 ase o hu ye me so busa 100 ase e wo mitrim yen delete clubs Madrid na delete ni bi say me basani me die Barca fan I will delete Madrid but Ramos ujina mo men delete Madrid. I love this guy. Me pen be as a central defender since Cannavaro retired free boom. This guy is the best central defender.
Wow.
I don't know how they will take it. But since I can never game Toho, technical excellence,
center back proper.
Yeah, I will be going for Ramos. Me, I'm a Costa do not a center back into me. Injury 9, Jibon, feeling horn starting game. No, and even two now we bomb at the same time. You are not only going for tackling. Oh, you're starting attacking the mind. That is Ramos. And I'm not saying that in the generation, you know, on what that idea no out yes sir. Or what on and off the ball quality that be Bonucci yes sir, Chiellini yes sir. But I'll be going for this guy. Puyo munina wa mo level so ho.
Ferdinand Vidic
Bastuba, Matt Hummels, even when the partner Pepe no. Age no that's what the gym our bobo no.
Wontumi.
But Ramos is my player. Obi and the team. City now who's a city and your papa. I love such players. Until say you are no more a friend to me. Then who want to mess a picture bono. And I said this is a professionalism at the highest level. And if you are saying you players a Chamesi Park Kamesi go for my really Casemiro. But me who say was actually really a cabo in a Saturn Como Parino.
Yeah.
That's a professionalism in here. Today you are my friend. Tomorrow you are my enemy. On the field in a side of conversation it's here. Eti me you start boy me catch me players on division 2 say boys na no mo area no you start boy na no start to book no we twetwa picture. What is it? We are in for a game. Let's finish that. You really a coach picture happy. Ramos me choose ahead of all the centre backs ever since I can never judge man Hokoye. This is the picture I can want to say. Na Madrid for nko na lose a centre back. So nim say nkrofo no bebre wo ho no mo be retire free game no opponents kra for kra na yom ya. He happens to be that. Or versatile and on game no so whatever it takes to win. Na ade a wayo wiase nyina no ade ba ko a moment ba ko a ye ya me friend say this is a serial winner mentality. At the time no the Salah sasha no moto no bu ni nsem no.
Because our game no I quite remember in the tunnel. Na omo hwe Salah pa. Time omo Salah na referee be catch him so. Mommy enko pitch na so no. Ramos as a Ronaldo craft baby. Kona Salah so wo phone. No more out of Liverpool players and normal lining up no. Na Salah so almost started game and be am say no Uncle Fury ball no. Enye say abedu on ye friend say obobo. Because him say owie Salah obawie adwuma no.
Ehwe na wo hwe no. The same thing see US 94. Ko heba Johnny Dunga. Johnny Dunga miru e mo fi tana no mu ba no na oni say on ball started last me catch us say ball started dressing room where you din komo no a ye the bandage ni boy inside ye massage no more discuss opponent no players a omo ye weak. That's how the game starts mentally. Ne dia batana no mu dia beji ne ya so hwe o to bi abodi di bi abo so the kill no so Ramos he knew say if he can take Salah out of the game Madrid or chance no ni ya dey dangerous no ma catch us Salah obo 9. But the 9 over no money na top. Abojina wide. It's not Ramos him say any time Obama Salah for ball no wide. Obehiana is dangerous. This is one of my best pictures if you say follow football.
We don't choose or shed up.
You know, belonging to the old and the new.
Ramos.
Old school, new school.
Hey. No, Odie, say Sharak meaning the Wontumi, some bit me a conjure magic kakra the moment ana omo be free time on him about pitch no so no. Odie so munya odie omo nya fine but munya no a anaso do share match will be abecast ma making. Ramos Salah Sam at a point. Mr. Ronaldo so Salah. Tura, how many minutes your boy or the silence I was? I'm crying. How many minutes? One about 20 minutes. Cry.
Mickey just brought the best phrase. Maybe describe this guy. He belongs to the old
and the new.
This is the best time to be the summer.
Bonnie womb.
Yeah,
the bone so to from Nano Dio for a womb.
Oh, Nano Diaby, yo for Diaby, Sakodia Canon, Nino Bakum, yo.
By your moon, hey,
I love Ramos to the deepest of my heart as a centre back.
Cause she maybe a salon sana channel. Ramos on Sanon ko out to about inside.
The ball, you know.
So one Joe Sano
Ramos in a top form. It will not top form as a coordinator. It's a good home. But what anybody in the top form, but all the booze on Sana Macofum. Because it's a job, it's part of your plan. It's part of your plan. Hey? Here for an discuss a coin before so be crazy down. Italian 2006 Italy 2006 World Cup final.
And Oshene before.
Matarazzi, Cannavaro, no one knew Italy. But they didn't know because as teammates, you know, or to show most training grounds that you're home. But where you find out, how do we stop him from the nonsense? You know? One has to step out. Yeah, I just to say this channel, but only be channel. And also, and Matarazzi is a sacrifice, you know, because you're off dirty line, or the year free born like a into me.
Oh, as a Liverpool fan, that was my worst moment in football and my greatest memory of Ramos. He's a beast. Ramos,
I love this guy.
Whoa, but I say new. Mamembra Michael, say a Idian in the Florentino Diano.
Na me cry no, make it buy na me only say I say Carrick. my boys in the day off.
My day off.
Now we was here now. Say Casemiro so a policing himself right now. He feels more important to Manchester. That's not the most important thing. Make Casemiro corner Manchester some more strategical. I was starting looking for a replacement.
Okay.
The defensive midfield department has been one of the most paramount departments for all the winning sides in history of the English Premier League. The defensive midfield department. Wontumi win a trophy in da. Ewa brade matrama kwai and about that department. You can never. You go dig deep into your dictionary. Sexy, no.
Wontumi.
So imagine me say, Manchester and Casemiro at the wrong time because they are not fighting for a title. But Obako, name who replaces him right now. No, that department Liverpool Kofa and Dubai, it never worked for him. Remember, I feel on say what TSC Kroma or Bodjuma Liverpool. Yeah, that department is friend is 6, Joseph Suro for Chelsea, or you sue Balak, or you sue Makelele, or you sue ACN. Oh, mommy and son. I'm not defining here at the man. But we have a Bobo 64 year Jumana from Roy King to scores. I'm a year Jumana some year at Yama Fegi. 6, Manchester United fix it. Carlos Baleba deal with him. I
only saw more pen than that.
The deal with him.
Whoa, anyway, me that say Mike Bray.
Baleba Nimbobo.
See,
Minya time share no Afcon no
Oh, some more
matches bear 3 Cameroon.
How about we watch for German of the match?
So share life, Yeah, so share ball with TV so. So scout player. Now here with TV so wow.
Yeah.
Stadium. Watch the movement of the ball. How will see 18 who free the rest into space or bit me receive boy in the bubble. I won't lie on him born.
Football on a born
fancy on him. And you're for football any TV camera DHR. Oh yeah, excellent footballer.
Because I want better ball through you are a process so I don't know what this
excellent footballer. Excellent. I am no more restricted. Say to me, you see a camera and
video, yeah.
And can measure the video the movement of the ball. No, can can be the abahana mama Newton analysis no. Picture women I'm trying now when you try. Because that boy na me too.
German of
maybe it's the question cry.
Okay.
So like boy in bobo.
My phone the nyana dia.
Say onya system, onya coach a omotenasia and one. Wow, being a boy we be and when you actually unya we are when you actually simple.
I'm sorry to cut you, but I'm 5 minutes chip you in. What kind of documentary been somewhere last year by no? Baby, I'm not in the fee. Also, command demo.
Yeah. Wabre.
O se pitch and so.
Wabre. On born ball.
Mickey, on say country, man. What the all compare country?
Our country Sunibi. But I think he is more assured in possession than Kante. Once a Kante recover, but Kante you born here, either he progresses, but passing I na Kante distribution in here. But we know or carry more distribution nibi. And also what Kante instinct se me fiat. Once a Kante here, born a bekwa habesh in 2 born would draw. Until I'm saying N'Golo Kante covers. Exactly. We cover pa or scan area and where they no I saw a scanner. Yes, I say no a BMC into a scout or scan wide. Into say nim na one has a left our scan onina. No was a men concojina anje bono. So oyi ni so or bobono or 2 ways wa bobona. I doubt if there will be a lot of midfielders who will be better than he is. Once at times they all want a different by a mentality no. But with Cameroon, I think say omuji to say omu team nenye. And there say omuti omu si obo. Oh Charlie, boy in bobo.
No, make you right.
Onimbo.
And it looks ready for top level.
Oh, they onimbo. First no, Baleba say my rubbish a lot of times. Onimbo. My earlier statements.
Me say na me pe no. Unso one man o kan se me wi a.
Obi a
change a o me change na.
Kan na me so feel no ja
money. But unso o kan se me bi atwam.
But from close onimbobo. Dia maka fa no hu nyina mo rubbish onimbobo. Oh true onimbobo. Wow benya ne bia wo.
My phone the omo na omo your favorite for now. Manchester United. O so nko mo fan sama no.
Se Liverpool sunya na. And one on. We ne Gravenberch. Ai.
He looks ready.
On a government.
Jenamo kana mekadi ma mekra meka say ne bone say omone Chelsea no ofa na oba obia ntimi nye ball no.
Debi.
On progressive bona ntimi ngie.
Yeah, the physical.
Wow, on obeje.
So you see the technical word progress, you know. Progress is what time board you cover 30 or more. Utu na one
shot to be answer. Shout out Benya highlight now. Refi. Someone last season.
Yeah. Onumbo.
Na didn't na man amaru mani bre ya ma kwara we tie atwa no.
Onumbo. And then you see the trace there. Na person can be started on a very solemn note. Because under a 6th February, but I think that is a media new way. Nti you see the trace say ni enche common as here. And a slot in comma odi am be kan ho say was it Denra? Wasanso akwesimu bi o wasisu bi o yesi abaso ba na ema de ejapai into a pie jana kra wa mumi no or say he still sticks by what he said. Say you need to play nice football, beautiful football to win, and then sustainable. What's the version of beautiful football? Football fans at stadiums so one pass or more beautiful footballer na. Okay, message from a Liverpool fan be no saying there's Ramos there Salah no. Ayeden.
O say amana ntimi ahwe ball no kra.
Exactly. I know be a share story. Yes, the good stories are there, but they are nipa no share in a profound manner. A moment of heartbreak, loss of a very loved one. The Australia a can akuma pa.
Wontumi.
Minister, every Barca fan will never forget the day Messi left.
True.
Steve Onetier or a Liverpool fan. Obet me I share all the good moments about Liverpool, but there is one particular moment to be a club needs in it. Then they rose 2005 Champions League final. They can never forget it. Was psychology when you can the canon moment of memory, another canon event of memory. BBSC, but mostly there was a certain negative effect. A cow football moment, a football fans in the brain, that is what they relate to. That canon event, for good reasons or bad reasons. So 1999 Champions League final. Obisa Manchester United fan bia obekai. On kai ball na fegimo boy na 4-4-2 DND. That single moment, we need a lot of people who are even neutrals to become United fans. Asian joined Chelsea. It swept a lot of Ghanaians to Chelsea. Canon event. So, met me a lot of stories. A lot of such stories. Manchester United Munich disaster no. Senansi anomu obite sa story na e kana koma. Then he relates to the club one way or the other because e bia ono so na bra bom bibi sesi. Enya me de media na toton ho. Enya me ne club na yepe. That is how fans worship religiously football clubs. And yet because they play beautiful football. It is because these clubs left certain moments in their memories and are unforgettable. Drew by Kama Chelsea the Champions League for the first time. And are unforgettable. But then again, Obia Kaiser John Terry Slepe ma Chelsea lusu ye. 1992 na Ghana ne. A year Ivory Coast ball AFCON final. Yes, but in that you don't come on. And then can you say where you say a kaya memory nim. Son of sports, football sanity. The great moments, whether good or bad reasons, they will lose here and they will win here. And then the fans, eka clubs, and your beautiful football. The canon events of the memory in that football fan. The Anna slot Mesrel. Yes, beautiful football, yeah, but who said, say, or the ball to form a passing, possession oriented game, no beautiful? No. And I football is an art. Sentinisa and Kayan describe excellent kama. Again, Cannavaro or J World Best Player in 2006. He did not play possessive oriented game. There were elements to his game. Dear the BBC, Bonucci, Bazzagli, Chiellini, they mastered the art of defending. if football was all about possessing, and like a total football ni tiki-taka hon komo ni ato Catenaccio naturally. But again, this same Catenaccio produced different European cups, now known as the Champions League trophies, for both AC Milan and then for Inter Milan. Inter Milan with Helenio Herrera, AC Milan with Nero Rocco. Amina Yusu Catenaccio de GBB. Italy at the 1968 UEFA Championship, European Cup, the Canon. They also won with Catenaccio. Italy played Catenaccio and went to the World Cup final in 1970. A possession game. There be a principles. Football is an art, and like every artist, a perspective is different. The concept is different. It is about the end results, what you get in the end. Into be pass it, Eddie winning. Obisu be defending one master throw in like Tony Piles and Stoke City. Omo de be winning. Liverpool, they needed to add extra to beat what seemed unbeatable, like Manchester City team. No, Oman Kofa throw in expert. Liverpool net Trent corner taking quickly. If you find a buy, was it passing? Expert. No, so sana game net year. Inti papa slot. Yes, we understand. Baby, I'll free by your background. Netherlands and the Omope. Total football, yeah, the ball to form pass. Their football is mostly like that, so they focus more on the collective than individuals. Sana Netherlands born it here, academy setup near the same principles ne Ramumu. Into Winia, it will be difficult for you to depart from it. Sana Netherlands it here, but baby, there is a certain culture. The ethos of Liverpool, and you're playing nice football. A club that is known for creating beautiful memories, whether good or bad, they will forever remain together. The Hillsborough disaster, keeping the people of Liverpool together. The various wins they have chalked, Champions League near the end, that memory, no, and the echo mutrim. Exactly. Liverpool fans live like every football club. Yeah, their fans live for the moment. In total nice football and a slot make no. On the onion I can say he wants to play nice football. If there's no substance to back it at the end, you be jana quite tentem cry. Into on the kasa. Away from that, Premier League the nominees are about for manager and then the player of the month for January 2026. Sharak Madaro Mohammed Mede Wenato, so a player of the month in Inye. Yasin Ayari and Obia here. Adia Yewan. And if you want to go deeper and then mention them, permit me na membo Bobby Swinchlo. Yasin Ayari in Dikai. About 4 matches, a winning one with Brighton, draw 2 Lusuba. But he contributed 4 goal involvement, 2 goals scored, and a 2 assists. Patrick Dogu, Manchester United, Omo Lusu game. And Dogu was instrumental in their 3 goal involvement, 2 goals scored, 1 assist. Goals came in their wins against Manchester City and then Arsenal. Very important. Then he also provided an assist. Ebuama Manchester United stay unbeaten during that period. Enzo Fernandez for Chelsea. 5 matches played. Omu win 3 draw 1. Elusi 1. Onuakasanya 4 goal involvement. 3 goals scored. 1 assist. Oshego Eteka against Man City and Chelsea a point. Oshe winning goal against West Ham United and Chelsea the 3 maximum points. Into Ononkwano, he was responsible for 4 points. For Chelsea Bobokono, which is also positive. Junior Krupi and Tempino play a free club now at Argentina. Joba Besha nine obre not less for a teenager. Above Rekuma Afenwe League Nimfufro. Krupi is 19 years, but across Europe, almost top 5 leagues, only Lami Yaman almost shared the most goals and the most goal involvement in January. Besinde. Lami Yamala share go back at the same. He's a new player, foreign player, born in France, introduced into the Premier League this season. Now Antoine Semenyo Eja Bournemouth wakwa. Abofrakume say me crack club ni muname dia. So his exploits has not just earned him a nomination here. The manager swing a nomination because of way more for Bournemouth. Ebwa Wontumi winning matches at Roby. And along that run, Omo and Arsenal, they lost, but he scored. But they beat Liverpool, they beat Spurs. throughout the stretch, and Krupi was instrumental in there. Crescencio Somerville, West Ham near more rise so far, baby. He scored 3 goals to help them. It got Thiago Nobel 5 matches, I share 5 goals, but it came in 2 games. Hat-trick back on and a brace back on against Sunderland near there. So, Harry Wilson, fantastic form for Fulham, and then Florian Wirtz, a player I'm particularly happy to see amongst this list of players, because a player Liverpool bought with a lot of promise, but it looked like the beginning was difficult. And Chelsea he's overturned his difficult start and will improve your over. But Michel Zimudia, I think he should go to Dogo. Yeah, impact. Goals no share, no. It was pivotal in Manchester United, maintaining a top 4 position, and then again it won against the 2 best teams in the league. Man City the second, Arsenal the first. Nina no Mushia and washe goals near decisive in winning the game for Manchester United. Yes, Enzo Fernandez had a wonderful run. Ego Thiago shared 5 goals in 5 matches played. But the contest is the opponents these players faced and the impact of goals or any involvement near. Everybody lost the game, but Dogu's Manchester United 4 matches unbeaten and only 3 goal involvement, 2 goals against 2 of the best teams in the league. Say Miami award winner Kamedebema Patrick Dogu of Manchester United, then the manager no see 9. Michael Carrick, ewom, Liam Rosinia, ewom, Andoni Raiola, ewom, Anna Sean Dyche, ewom. Sean Dyche, me penasem pan, waye juma were Nottingham Forest, but on Fancheme, when I was in frame. Michael Carrick, 2 games, no boy, but again, it's about impact. Wins against Man City, wins against Arsenal. Exactly. Rosinia also unbeaten. Obayeno, he's won 3 games. West Ham or Shomo. Or share a year Crystal Palace and Afeso or share Brentford. So he's won against them. But I am tempted to buy into the Andoni Raiola story. First, you don't lose players our season way. Zabani ko meboa.
The back 5, make back 5
Dean Heisen.
From 2, 3, 4, 5 and a goalkeeper.
Omuinako. And Okwekwe ya di obeye. And that generally so a huge blow. Semenyo or ye main attacker. Yabetune de neko. But it did not stop them. The only team that beat Bournemouth in the month of January, yes, was Arsenal. But they cried 3-2. It was a slugfest. Arsenal she no mashe. No we ashe. Until Arsenal edged it 3-2. After that, wins against Spurs 3-2. Exciting game. Wins against Liverpool 3-2. Another exciting game. Then they went on another unbeaten run. 1-1 against informed Brighton.
Oh, they deserve it.
And Carrick, Diano, Dean Batanho there, Rosinia, Dean Batanho, but I love contextualization in the context of where Raiola found himself with Bournemouth. And it due to me in that month there. And then came for award, name for Mano. Pedri will only leave Barcelona if they lack leadership. And yet the allure or the charm offensive of Real Madrid. Leadership. If Barcelona had leadership, they could have said, say, yeah, Tom Figo. And nobody would have done anything. Mm-hmm. It takes bold leaders to break a certain chain. If Laporta remains president of Barca, there is no way Barca's one of our crown jewels will live to join Real Madrid and sit that. Forget about Perez in it. Me say if Barcelona has
Florentino Perez,
he will only be able to do that if one conditions around Pedri sign a contract once and say no money no boy anything. But Pedri will how many years remaining on his contract?
Yeah,
find out for me.
The type of credit.
No, I may say find out.
About 2030
yeah. Good. Again, the leadership of Barcelona, if they have weak leaders, me repeat, unless a Barca were weak leaders, Anna Pedri beja Barcelona or Akko Real Madrid and see. It won't happen. So drop it. Enkosiaga. Enkosiaga. There are clubs you can bully. Run to me, PSG mono, or you can have your way around them.
I was in Vitinha for next season.
Met me up pursue
for the next 2 summers.
You see, met me up pursue. But with Barcelona having a strong leadership, Madrid can never bully them.
They can. I was a Pedro contract on 2030.
They can't.
I'm saying 2030, 2030.
See, you see, there are some things that are so audacious, but again, it looks highly improbable. Say, BC.
What's what for Figo? Not Pedri.
Me say Figo timing. Figo timing. You see, Netflix for a documentary where Figo explained the side of a story. It was at a time where Barcelona were not a well-run club. Leadership was zero.
Okay.
I'm warm. It did not help.
Okay.
And I cry engineer the need for change in leadership. After Figo left, they changed. Then Barcelona became the club it is now. And then 6th February 2026. Actually, exactly. Where kakra bi kra na make found. Aya na upie free fee. De o kwa kwaye mfa ho. So utina car mu wa wo de ana commercial vehicle. Wontumi ba. Aya na ya dom.
De bia meka.
We when pie free fee o. Eye baby oda. Obi enim de esi na to nchem. Natural disaster. And one no we me kope bibia bedi. And me kope bibia be fie and me be den enam. You get it? So the whole aspect of this life. And right, Elon Musk show bibi na new to the chairman saying money day. Money can't buy
happiness.
Exactly.
Money can't buy happiness.
On money can't buy happiness.
Life is the most important thing. May assure say anka chunim say bibi say besi na nke be present options man say onkwane o carry anu so nie dey na opa ko be choose
for just one long season.
And I'm saying ko be choose nkwa. So let us appreciate being alive. It is enough. The greatest gift God can give us is to be alive and healthy. Asa.
Well, Mate, Steve Bray.
Yeah, what I say? Now Newton can't say me about Sergio Ramos. I think there are some players goal celebration every time people will try to kiss their badges of clubs and Omobon as a way of celebrating Omogo, no? But the real ones Omoye with genuine intention because of affection, loyalty and connection with the club. But I feel in football, Kakra Mashano, if there are players that has earned the right to be kissing badges of teams at Omoboya, I feel there are very few names that Ubetimi are mentioning because of the sacrifices that Omoye Dema clubs no any Omoye impact. And I feel Sergio Ramos are a part of that category of players. To me, I feel they earn the right to be kissing the badge of club na Osiaka man. He's a great player. The presence of Madrid, you know, and take a defense. Na people overlook the impact, you know. But say name be about football mo. We defender who deserve Ballon d'Or. Say bia we Maldini, that should be the name. The ball now boy for Madrid for Spain deserve to have been awarded the footballer of the year. Even in the times of Ronaldo, there were seasons I felt that for Sergio Ramos, he deserved that accolade. So Obabo Totti for AS Roma, Gerrard for Liverpool, Obabo Cafu, Obabo Maldini for AC Milan, and Zinedine Zidane because of the switch between Juventus, Real Madrid, but for the impact in Inti. For Rooney, he has earned the right to be kissing the badge of Manchester United, even though he's an Evertonian of Liverpool, nearby Manchester. But for Rooney, born in transition, he never won the Premier League Golden Boot Award. One Bida. But Manchester success is in more. He's that one player all the time he stands out. As a striker or for goal, ni main duty, the Berbatov game, or be ball on the wings, he doesn't complain. In moments, Rooney he sacrificed or be deep number 6 position in our baby for Manchester United. So for Sergio Ramos, the way he left Real Madrid, that was not how I was expecting, say, Tritino. But you don't blame them, because Madrid, by its nature, they don't celebrate their heroes. That's the nature of Real Madrid. Nanka Eka Casillas, my friend is saint. Actually, no, so or nipa mumpene anymore.
To me,
even for CR7, they had issues with him. But if there are players around, my bida, my sobo, my any the right to kiss the badge of any other club, I feel Sergio Ramos a part of sa group. No, Ademola Lookman and the coach, Simeone, the friend Diego Simeone, I say, church and Nyoma or 1v1 during the AFCON, because I say, striker Osimhen a big boy that
because they need to discuss one.
Yes, on your big boy and Sir Ademola. He's a player you can see he has gone through the mill. Where he started from in England, clubs be abo. Finally, we drew or pick age gap 28. In the first game, scores and then assists. Coach Naba. The only thing me too pleased with I want to move who is the coach. Atletico Madrid coach ni coach bakwa minjini the cry, because the periods are Madrid and Barcelona nyinanya issues financially, managerial changes. So now he has been the man I was stay put at Atletico Madrid. And think I by now quite stretch 2 teams in a year pa trophies now. It should be that man. But okay, no be said the transfer kit in a sign almost spending. So me here Atletico Madrid names Mawa. Names are here Juma during the period of Diego Simeone. Obeja to say crashing on the more form.
Mike, player Ben and no Ballet no ba Chelsea na ya midfielder ya call Brazil. Saul Niguez.
Yes.
Okay, so because say only also on can ain't coach no, but or can't let you compare for because just last summer almost spending about 200 million. Yes. Winter was out to almost out to 3.
Yeah. He's the reason
spend the power.
He's the reason Omonya Dino Omonya, but he's the reason Atletico Madrid and we need trophies are SSO omo winning. Because Diego Simeone manage Suarez, David Villa, Carrasco, Jeffrey Condobia, this gentleman, Julian Alvarez, Antoine Griezmann. In the last 10 seasons, Club Ben Anya the luxury of having these names around. So he's a fantastic baller. But me fear ne say near only me ya one mention what highlighting a new ma year on the field, or assigning it to defensive duties. Uncle said ne group no.
Because Galaga Corno Bokama come out feed.
Yeah.
Simeone on son upon one say bueno qualities no. Only be Atletico Madrid or no admit it.
Yes.
Yet Ochilebo changing the rule.
But when you're more than that, because of the coaching and how he goes about in the business, ɛna ma ne nneɛma no we ketewa bi on Pep Guardiola Newton can say me am njindi but me agye di say Shadrack Benya image no me send on fanto so about Arsenal and then Liverpool. But since oba nyina Liverpool na ye no ne rival na way he's meeting the champions. Arsenal are not champions.
True.
True, a fact. But me agye di say trophy ni any other club beje. But for Arsenal, I think he'll be a happy man.
Still way I'm Pep Nanya decided to make a trophy. As what I want, so that's what you tell you. Paul Naboko there.
I tell my children, that's why.
Now, who do you take? Oh, we are going to share one.
Wontumi.
For NTY.
Name famous, I ain't Kaka Okakra, name famous, Cristiano Ronaldo. China ni share baby, China ni share by Ujagan of Fuina Reho. Actually, one of the best players Agani Nyaye, who share AFCON or Koje best player, it won't be na Ebuama Biako coming 3 years, Cristiano Ronaldo, and so it me free at just first as so, and so going to Arewaba, and as I fear that the Zediana,
I don't know Ujaya,
and if you are oh, then I say. Actually, Ghana ni onye obi nko ade actually Ghana ni
yegina yi omusu wade no jaya no bi sanje no be
bom ti na say number 30 or that's your boni Newcastle just the shell no Cristiano Ronaldo
so san ba Chelsea for that ama ni
Chelsea for Barcelona ni ayen freo we anti frame and Chelsea for yedi actually 3 years anniversary sanity na yenra mo Ghana in Premier League na yen share na yenim komo kakra Ghana Premier League ni general start of the Ghana Premier League on say Premier League no ko hold kakra bo MTN FA Cup this weekend and this weekend yenya Premier League and so intimi share we also folk fan wetina TV wan oma bo FA Cup no na ukoko ram and so etimo general start na yabo 189 games and ayabo home wins na 106 away 26 and then put draws abem no makomako 57 goals yashe 357 home goals 243 and then power near 114 afei first half goals no 174 second half goals 183 yellow cards no 681 red cards 25 afei penalty ayaje Ghana Premier League nim so far 47 anempo penalty ayase 38 emunai and yase on goals no mako edu bako a ye don sam no enso etimi ede ama yetiefo enso ehona Efua yenshe home wins eno etima ba ban home wins Samates club omudi omutira omufia si montum efie o mesho sesi ama bia ko kama home wins no Samates enya 8 Mediama enya 8 Gold Stars enya 8 Dreams FC was 7 Bechem was 7 Kala United was 7 Heart of Lions 7 Nations FC was 7 Basakoli Stars was 7 Akotokoto sudu ensia pe ana Akotoko etima tenafie etimawini away and also the oka away na waka haso folk esanse so far haso folk away wins omonso etimi enya no the ten say 5 ano menya Mediama toso 4 no menya aduana enso etoso no so 4 Asante Kotoko away no wawini miensa pe Gold Stars awini miensa Sodo Oblast awini 2 Heart of Lions and Apostles United and a Vision obia awini bako most penalty awarded club and also Ukoko Rema FC Samates and some num yaje penalties num anamano Kala United yaji num and wachi Gold Stars 9 Asante Kotoko 9 Mediama Beche United Basake South Star Nations FC Young Apostles wumunya na miensa ani ajama ma aso folk penalty ajama aso folk no and also etumi mienu pa ya don komo and so etumi edama etie fa fei yenwam na yenhwe most red card club wono so di red card dodo pa and Ghana Premier League no and the odase e table no so no we no on that soro 11 wonders what 3 red cards and what
Brekum Chelsea, Diana Stars Vision, Womunian Eddie 3-3, Hoa United, Basakoli Stars, Nations FC, Omedi Mienu na Fiaso Folk, Young Apostles, Swedru Oblaks, Ubia, Eddie Red Card, Bako, Gokino, Yensha Race, Nanafi, Jimram na Yentuaso, Fama, Yeti, for now, Kupugum, now share Gokina, and also the attendance of Ghost Stars in your branch, ya Fano, Francis Atakumi, or Bon Homo Day, or Bon Homo Day, and also Ghana, Yen League Nima, also papa ntina wa pan makoma watwe ana de chance ono so etimi dilidia ye vrema ye don sempi ano so etimi dia ba samu atakuminie ano 8 goals ana wa share Richard Opoku our young apostles ono so abo 8 goals Emmanuel Anokoi wasaba the chance ano so 7 goals Prince Treneboa 7 goals upon the ball Edma Basakoli Stars ana fe Emmanuel Mafo of Ediana Stars ono so 6 goals ya don komo emieti fe goalkeepers no yensha clean sheet na fei yan trust na clean sheet no the channel say Ramos Zakaria Musa done go Adema FC Samates or 13 clean sheet and what Muhammad Kamara about the board Makotoko 10 Benjamin Asiedu ewo Bechem United ewo 10 South Felix Chey ewo Mediama ewo Nana Emmanuel Kobi enso ewo Go Stars wono enso etimi ewo na don sem no ema yatie fa fe yenwam na yenwa ewo MTN FA Cup ne mesan se weekend di enwa ane ebo ye fan obia enye obia na o share MTN FA Cup Stars na eno so FA pa statistics na FA pa na ye be wuram ne ahwe Go King race no ne Stars ni this season ya bo 94 games MTN FA Cup home wins na 53 away 41 goals I say 258 home goals 150 away 108 after first half goals no 95 second half goals 163 Sanso and the attention game decided in 90 minutes 79 after games decided on penalties 15 red card abemuno and so team 25 yellow cards 351 after penalty ayaje 25 there say 21 and empoya mess 5 own goals and also abem just 5 players almost ever say MTN FA Cup this season almost 85 Aya goalkeeper no na bibians etimi kwa kama branch fan Wisdom Jonas one on board Madrid Tamale United or 5 goals afei Bernard aya Kofi Sei and so on board Maya PFC or 5 goals Osman Zakaria abon board Adama Samates on 5 goals Fuseni Zakaria our Tetima Liberty Youth on 4 goals Sanso Ana Kingsley Brahe abon board and so etimi Mediama on and so etimi 4 goals o the MTN FA Cup fixtures no and also Adama me weekend di and yabo obia nyobia enwa ana de chance eno so woso nyame adoma ena anampo so dachina ana dwumadie no eno so 8 match start na dachina benya 2 matches eno so 8 match toja before say dachina matches na baso na woni eje Okreku Sports Complex 11 Wonders atom divisa awawa 2 na omonso etimedia face na mebo ochina ewo Dr. Kwame Sports Complex Nations FC any Swedru Oblaks omo ebebo eno so MTN FA Cup gamer etoja bochina and some pona TNA Stadium Mediama host FC Samates and your game and Ebaso Sunday you benya matches Ebaso True Life House of Folk now for no Omone Heart of Lions and Ebo ewo ni J Okreku Sports Complex and what you do FC Everton Tuba AstroTurf no so Omone Inter Allies and Ebo Santi Kotoko and your Diana a big game no so Ebaso Fatima Liberty Youth and so any Real Tamale United hene Amaya Park Fatima and Brokum Chelsea ebeye Tamale City awawa to Golden City Park na bibian so etimi akokama ye kan say nyina no wonim say clubs na egusu eboabo mo na yenwem enso etimo Mediama Sporting Club ni nkomo kakra opanya ni di Ibrahim Tanko adi komo se medi club ani di ade Samates threat esan se womo na kan so mo no mo ba aya na ehu pa na mo wedie omo bohom omehwa ni mu se omonso ebetimi ewini yentie sema Mediama coach Ibrahim Tanko.
I mean they play very well when they go away. I think they went to Diana and pick a point, so definitely they are a really threat, but I think like I said, always we are playing home, we want to control, we want to create chances, and I think based on the training we are doing, I'm sure that we are going to get the day.
Because I commanders and us 18 by and watchy wouldn't so uram ever Diana Stars or no kotoko enable na chama a Diana Fonia Bribruta sa
omania brutal omo say league no omo no betwen 1-1 wa ha but this time womu di oja efidoma e ba kumase eja pa na yenhwe omu training ne kakra omu training session omu ye e wo doma training ni said ya masi kwa ne ahode ne aniaden ene promises a e koso wo doma no kotoko nyina ye wonyina ye because said your boys na nyasi abria omu training atese nyama ko kama no enya easy kwa na aduana start boboko no Francis okokopie ma onim say omu player of the month nominees and us aba for the month of January eno etima ba tese omu hwese emu baako ya choose ntonto na emu baako ya yino na okokopie ma branch a ye friend Benjamin Sivanyo eka ho bi Saidu Sana eka ho bi Abubakar Adams enempo Steven Anochibedu omu nya na ya twa omu tonto sense na nakon ekoso we be si so no nesa wo ana we player eno kotoko so eguso mo bobo mo against Diana Stars eno kotoko ebo friendly game against Adom FC kotoko we need 2-1 abrantia kojo Kwame Poku ana onya 2 goals na Adema Asante kotoko na ombo game ni ye no ani bra bi e ba park ne so no chairman wunim sa IMC chairman na Prenkanya bre Shadrack Abamamiam the tension na AJ Sports com ye nua no opem so for enam omo so ensaka video opem so ana the tension na Prenkanya bria said ye osi ni boys ni din komo no chama Ghana fo ntie
obi frosa jebo ana bibi na wo kasakasa na bi o se mu se mu wo park no so no mo amu mo team no o se mu ye coaches among yourselves. You don't have to wait for directions from the bench. If you notice anything, correct it among yourselves, especially the senior ones. And just say senior, the junior be catch us say, Kwame, how far and yet you say now so by maybe who am a catch team manager on final. End of month to Tsunami final. Don't let this repeat again, okay?
Nessa no enso tie kakra no we na supporters chairman Solomon Fosuare enso ede kakra episo edema players no.
Protocol is bigger than what we are doing. Protocol is bigger than the performance we are getting from you people. Protocol is bigger than that. So me cast my mind back. And I dream a dad you know and me bahane. Na me do a individual players will be a pass back protocol. And the BH say Obia back protocol na or your best when the 2 months and over. So if you are the best in Ghana. Not basket.
Yes, I know. And sweat me a kakre from and sweat and also as a folk new MD. Eko share players no kosra omo introduce open ni chere players ne say dey ko papa na ebo we na ene mobile woni oba ba yadwuma tie nwa e wo pobi my training ground so na ne so eno so etime koso a ye don komobo enso etime da me tie for introduction ene bibia enso etime koso come to fancy na oni abeda for to aso
Paul Mate me da say about time no ma memra bedwafo we na fa ye nsan hwe eye fiedi ne mu weekend dey what say FA Cup matches ebeba so ne nkomo awodo a eno ekoso new
yo mama start to Adriana player of the month no facha me yo this season no most of the teams in the performance was so pa be most so a bit inconsistent me ankasa me club go stars kuma sante kotoko clubs me no me heart of lions class so me the so man me ensa Ghost as a defending champion, Kotoko has always been amongst the potential winners of the league here discuss here. Heart of Lions, fight they haven't really shown consistency. But Adriana die, fight I don't expect them to get back at this point of the competition of the season. The person fire be our start to be no the real season we na Macau. Ya na how a team sine bo abaso bo players na abaso mo bo attackers abaso ya na nyame fe kra bibia attackers bibia attack na check the goals say na the assist so na fe then we forget say o she goals no wi a obi ne protect yes Benjamin Chivano, new arrival. I think what fit in. Why Juma Sana Juma, but me player of the month for Adriana. I am not Chibedu. Straight. I wouldn't even want to waste time. I am not Chibedu. They are not the best defensive side of the league in my house of folk. Considering 7 goals, you know. But so I check here, Adriana 12 now. We are not Chibedu Fima. This goals, you know, could have probably multiplied. I'm not Chibedu a stalwart to it, you know. Now me be one when a calmness and first seniority sembi shankra so. He speaks to them with a needed respect and crano ebe ma calm it down. And not Chibedu this season he's been a stalwart. Let's watch here Juma all of that. To be very honest, Adriana team no our all round built up team. But I feel so not Chibedu. This season why Juma dey am Adriana power with you more. Omonfa we say nimbra statistics no GPL de nimbra na men ka bibi kakra bi ansa na makọ MTN FA Cup so and your 106 home wins pathetically 26 wins per about away.
Yes, not even half of home wins no.
Yeah, he's kakra. A bit surprising, mammy.
League no standard.
I should be stronger on the field.
20-year analysis of the GPL. The percentage of home wins say 85 to 90%. 10% na away wins for 20 years. Last 5 years, margin drop the baby under 5% for away wins. Yeah.
Oh, so I can't wait. Yeah. And your own far home wins in Kwambra table, and I mean, fan Kabi Fakotokone has pay make statistics see.
Okay.
Covering
home wins.
Yeah. Kotokone has home table, no more buy. So Mickey starts in order mine and say 20 years in Puna, maybe 106 wins as just supposed against 189. Now my dream say, oh, I feed you. I say, I'm on for a home now, wait, no, but Mickey I spreading no. Now they compare with the no more next time say Haas and Ekotoko, they are not ready for the league.
Yeah.
It's just why I now feel my pressure no so pan has G League. Yo, so the statistics and the scientific part of the game, no numbers and that game we producing the Casadia. Haas Kotoko, they are not ready. Because of Venus, you know. Yeah, but Kotoko Baba ya ran over born or that 10 no.
Has quite or 16.
Has a mamu home top 10.
But away wins on LED.
On LED away no. Per your league in social statistics no. I feed here last 5 years there, last 20 years the NHS say 80 to 90% has all dominate to fee. So has the folk yeah among some review. Very very tough. Per these numbers and so reflective. Media you know some media man uncle 3 points no obobo show. Dance park. And then you brony by any ahode so atie. Brony nya my this season. Home now more about home no so meka. And only buy na brony no buy na my neutral. Dance park I neutral. Your bar na ready. And no crowd so set numbers 8 wins no. Dodo na coach mankwa. You can open check it. Whatever home matches do say not here from they are statistics numbers. You can't sit somewhere and generate your own numbers. We're gonna Premier League in our generate. Coach Mankwa winning 6 strong home matches. Carol account, recruit Chelsea account, Adrian account, Heart of Lions of Bonami and oh, I'm telling you, y'all. Carola, Yaji League in the share back of fee. Coach Nudin, I don't buy defenders are yes, so dreams, too bad. How don't know your tough side. Bechem ye very natural say bechem ko nana fosuji abona be ba kotokone has na media reho kakra wo almost situation no they would really have to uplift our performance no fi other than that no be ati yo FA Cup no top scorers chart no asama me yema shebe about your football no what they compare your Ghana Premier League top scorers chart no so but I'm for we into Ghana the Premier League no to for FA Cup into I want me here or Steve to help me here. FA Cup na yabo the Premier League for no can home be. But check the top scorers Premier League for no way.
So Real Tamale United, Wisdom Jonas, Menina, out you 5 goals. Bernard Kofi Sie, Yapei FC 5 goals. Osman Zakaria, Samatex 5. It's a Premier League.
And now Fuseni
Zakaria, Techiman Liberty Youth 4 goals. Anna Kingsley, Brai, and so Mediema 4. So out of the top 5 in the crowd, 2 Premier League players.
You for Premier League players when you found ye league na ye bono top scorers no so. MTN ni established strikers afi. Na Kingsley na oba ha no. You got top scorers chart so baby obi hu baby Kingsley dropping. But I'm so perfect.
So Samuel Atakumi, Richmond, Opoku, Young Apostles, Emmanuel Ano Nations, Prince Trenebu Abaseke, Holy Stars, and Emmanuel Mafo, Adriana Stars.
It won't say Omono represented Premier League. Now, I feel Ghana Premier League, you know.
This is Omono Premier League, no Montaigne, we do cup games, and Yamoma starts it.
Kingsley.
TB on also be 5-3.
Now, Kingsley will cry no. 4 goals, you know. Mediama. Emumiensa Oshetia one club Go Stars.
Okay.
But what I say?
Okay.
And on the phone when you Mumiensa against one club. Now in the last 10 years, this is arguable. Maybe BM win that to kakra. In the last 10 years, top scorers chart mu mrepaye afidi no. The Premier League Golden Boot no. Chart no.
Yeah, about 27 matches, 21. And 8 goals. Yeah, for on the average, so I miss 4 games. People are missing 4 games, assist 8 goals for 16 games so far.
And look at the fixture. Attack me nkwana consistent to her. Oni mano ma for started so mo plan na ma for atiaba. Any park ko be ma consistency aba attack me so e better mo a. Abeti Jacoy na necessary be atadia. There hasn't been consistency, but chopa check previous years no. In Bella ni mukwala mo enya eba no. Yawa normal time no. Abankona more time no. Mezaka free mo. They have always been pushing Manuel Mama mo beso so na say, but this season attack community show consistency from match day 1 basis every. But even in terms of efficiency, attack should have more numbers than this. Attack knows to say league ya boy ka 1-on-1 4 pound nya 1-on-1 counter attacker home. He has to have more numbers. So my dream say I feel go production ya from both MTN no and now there have been certain seasons MTN Sabri na can be Augustino Cranelidi. You see say who players no so more taking mantle no. But it hasn't been the case afi. Maybe Kotokomo ebe yi adrena mo free man na adrena mo be yi Kotokomo free mu ye be so no. And you be who say forces no a year people but numbers no convincing me afi or compared to previous seasons I am.
Okay, Mike.
Fancy me that say Endrana Samate say communicate the final decision on Eric Bekwe. Me say so more statement no mo fanta so fama and common the woman no you didn't commodity akweche and Endra at the on Tuesday at the disciplinary meeting Wednesday rather Tuesday na one way issues ababa so ni na che se subanya Rebekwe da na di no ensem fata ukasa wo chire mu a ebewa ba ma membo ne to famfama so Samate se kobo Ediana Wodoma last weekend as part of their trip on Moko camp to mutu kwan ko Sunyan Ekoda Hotel. Now as part of camp rules ne ho hye no aya na nya permitted se obe free team ne hotel akoye the whole person wo ye aba. And especially if you're a member of a technical team, you need to be part of a year briefings, meetings, or video review mobile to prepare for the game. I remember is like when say, "O Cristiano down for na omafa ikakra fufu." Or free camp by 12 p.m. He came back at 8 p.m. By which time so he was not even part of a final technical preparation for the game. Game nidri almost take a decision says Sadia and ye already Rebekwe and Yadia Yabema no crime watna bench, which he got embittered and then he got angry. Ball game niwe omo Kokodru Sama boy. As part of arrangement near the Bekwe role, our Samates say he's in charge of their youth team. And in which he is also as part of the technical team as an assistant. but enam the certification ne ho komo nti o ma register no as a physical trainer say na be ya obetimi atena bench o dia mo nti o mokokodru ye no na omo youth team na bo match Friday no before they left, so he was supposed to take them through recovery near there, which he did on Monday. Tuesday one co training, one for youth team then training, and then normally they have their team debriefs, meetings, technical meetings on Tuesdays. I send a message to a WhatsApp group and say on massa meeting on to member. Initially now I contacted the club president Akasha and he said opinion and fan official email address in Famana no person resign, which is clearly a flagrant overrule of NCCA there too, because club be our structures. That is how ha. Ebi a woka sports department for Wontumi ho. Say issue be see a Wontumi fiti preko nko kan che. This all the foul line manager. So in this case, a your head of sports. So he had usurped the various chain of commands. And the Bequin issue, he needs to report to the technical head. If technical head is available, the business development manager. If the business development manager is available, it goes to the general manager or the HR manager before it gets to the president. He sent a direct text message to the president. Catch and say, "Onfa onone official email address in Famanona, or person resign."
No apply through him.
I don't know. HR Najee Juma. So almost set up a disciplinary hearing. No more than 72. I have been able to document some of them down. Na my member Bobby Sunchro. Omo Ebon Sobo say 1. The message he sent to the club president anyway, you know. Enye na kwema bibi na si na if he needs a resolution he should pass to the various chain of command. He agreed, say no cre wanye ye. Then again he also neglected his duties. Youth team no one training on Tuesday, one country and fan Chirobia. Then he did not show up to attend the technical meeting and also me Tuesdays, you know, and also one ma. Now we say, oh, I saw the message to WhatsApp group. We say, oh ma, I don't say now why the ma permission because one day and this I would fear now the open away. But if you are contracted to a club, then you should abide by the laid down procedure for seeking permission or otherwise our club name and also omo kind of bubono. Then again, as part of that meeting, youth team no kobo Friday. I was submitting a technical report on the youth team performance and the way forward. And also amba because meeting no kra wanko. And also ebubono. Then there were some other issues around. Nti ekobi ewie na ese orere bekwen impeni fortune so nti statement and rasamates de babonteno. And na omodin kind of to so na he has been suspended. And the attorney said a 2-week suspension. And after so he will forfeit 1 month's salary, but mobetino over 2 months. Now he is also to sign a bond of good behavior. And pen pina na man for bebre can say, I don't know your old players and the young form football, name ye more class more coachy. Footballer beer, whether current or active footballer or be our retirement or ego. Who different? Essay the Wontumi for Nibida. Entire no more handling or more managing. I am not a special attention kakra. Say, oh, yen 1 year at your train semba. And our man, your man also changing too much a restricting. There is a certain free bed approach to be or modi operating. Oh, media or any time near Yanesa. That mentality has eaten into a lot of them that they fail to embrace, especially when they come to a club. They fail to embrace say club nansu one and shisha yeah. I bet me about say club no crowd will be maybe a chim, but currently you want shisha be a guaquemo. So I would want to plead, yes, clubs enyantia CM fama old players now they are willing to enter into football administration or management. But then again, I also want to plead to these former footballers to also understand the say time and now bobo nim prem no enye again playing as an active footballer and then coaching are two different things. Yes, your playing experience might help, but it does not necessarily mean that you know than everyone merely by playing football and just wouldn't see obia because transition from a footballer to an administrator or a coach. There were various branches of the game. You that footballer now are and wouldn't intina ukosua. Kiafan is a boy now boy nunkuentia. Anka won't call management school. Anka won't call coaching course. The experience you got was a platform awujinaswa. It is a dear yawu watu so into otintine yana on cherry. But so all fun is any me bobo ni bintina de Mekebianos should override obia drain obia and mwa. So Arabia Queen, just as he admitted, when you America at the disciplinary hearing, Sa Subai way no emfa wundru bebia. It will not take you anywhere. Your name will take you far. But when you get there, your true conduct will subai. I bet you say bet na apeja and as a Wontumi ntina. I don't know what becomes of this. Eventually, whether he leaves Samates or he stays. But this is not a good thing. I bet Shwadi Abata Rebecca Edion. And if I will be very disappointed, especially that Sunyani way knows Mikodifufu Ushimu at 12 about 8 p.m. when your team has a match. So imagine say we a coach. Now the team took quiet. Is this the conduct you put up? And these are the same people we look up to. So more instilling discipline. Young footballers and Rebecca has never shied away from speaking about discipline. Any platform be or to be a radio so and TV, so workers are the same way. This clearly smacks of indiscipline. And it does not show commitment to the cause. Only team took my Eko Bobo, Miko Difufu, Eshimua 8 hours. Come on. These things should not be tolerated.
Mike, okay. Very Steve, now,
you see, yeah, former players, Bobby GP now, Mujidi, and they game, assassin to a point that they can still be making money after playing days. Yeah, Chastilla or TV so himself Busumi be Oja Ketia. Sometimes I go overboard. A new master Taylor for no more in the 2000 you been our honey. Into me found who dear no say Udin alone. You see, a be more before Juma because of relationship. A be on crophobia only deem to say wa obey Juma no better than oh yeah. But because of relationship with Obi, Intina unye Juma baby. So you will have to always respect the institution that you work with. When you feel too big in it, you can just walk out. But you don't do things your way and expect people not to talk about it. I am more transiting into the professional. I am a demo. Your local league in sanity. Boys, most of the boys, they don't understand what is professionalism. They are only playing a professional sport, but as people, they are not professionals. Engineer say, most of them.
Okay.
Your health professionals. And into a medical doctor knew right to say, "Obe disclose yaria how." Ordinarily, we say no one, but the profession speaks against that. So I say, into your catch say, so we are professional in BBA, and you say, "Why did you keke?" But there are certain things you need to do to be regarded as a professional. So if you want to build a career for yourself in the coaching department, there such art, fun to baby. You born now, boy, you are in a different capacity altogether, and so we should be as here. you need to learn to respect the person. Ebi a wonfie be was ratching, but enye nipa na fault to say wonfie was ro na hye na se. So na wiase na nkasa te. So what I say, enye nipa na fault, but once he's your boss, you remain subordinate to him. Until you can be Muntari, you can be whoever. But once nipa no was ro as a boss, no, you give respect to sir person, no, as their boss, and then you learn how odo hubesha professionalism cage in him. Without that, you can't do it. Yajitun. Say mama energy on the field. Say we away. Say bia we Olomo 20. Say we Michael Akufu. Say bia we whoever. But once o transit every group position bia. A hono so amamre no so tia.
So this everyone say club na side.
Yeah.
You be transit nyambe kwen so be ti ono so.
Say no
story. If say bia ono so because on say internal idea.
Yeah.
Cause still na we under contract.
Yeah.
Sibu Mayana Sankumo Biso Buon Mon Peso Bekabat based on the club and the buy name Franzibia American so come of
yes. Yeah.
Sebia Bequin so on the side of the story or Beso
we are speaking exclusively to Omoleta
club.
Yes.
One man fair here in Kawanya
because Omo Nyomana Omo canon in the contest of the by say a act of breaking camp rules which amounts to indiscipline act. That is what we are speaking to, of course, on Kasai, but we are only reacting to near club no at the Abeto Abonte. Me menya na ke Ghana League no. The faces and as the names are yet na ye de no. Omo na
attackers say the Shegua.
So imagine
omo born to one o.
So imagine having Bequin on TV, say Ghana Premier League, yeah, build up, yeah, whole story, Chastela, Stephen Odro, Dombote, Chef Samu. Intinka Ajumaya Akomia Koya on TV3. Just imagine having these guys analyzing. They play the game. Anything about the ball, so more can they are the best people. I'll make my mama appreciate it. So me old players in such capacity, but you need to put yourself in a certain way to be able to survive there.
Okay. Well, you say be no obium. Mate, my menya no quick na fe yemra so na.
From machine. Not by, but
I almost say also mbabeji because we fufu. Oh. Nizan any fold on the can be also for Kwame base can also for the Kwame base so on Toma wife so I was also Kwame talk and my wife see I'm Kwame and I'm a real best friend two when you know Kwame always me I can't go out to tuning now or kind tuning in I now 4.4 440,000 is coming Kwame base. Quick cry. Kwame friend I am fakane ma quick na for nya hombra. Ma menya birthday zero quick na for young queen na. I'll show you some ready in that all